So I am here today to film a Q&A video. Some people ask me questions, so I'm going to answer them. Woo! What is your favorite YA series? I think it is becoming the Raven Cycle. They're so amazing. I love the writing, I love the world, I love the characters so much, and they're just like, they blow me away. Yep, pretty sure it's the Raven Cycle. What book that hasn't been released yet are you the most anticipated to read? The Raven King, the last book in the Raven Cycle. Also, Victoria Schwab, I think, has 2 books coming out next year, and I'm excited for both. What is your favorite and least favorite book that you read this year? My favorite book that I've read this year so far might be The Martian. It was just great. I wasn't expecting to love it as much as I did, and I loved Mark, the main character. He was a fabulous, fabulous character, and I just loved the excitement of it. I liked that the math and the science didn't take away from the story for me. So yes. Least favorite book that I've read this year. The Monument 14, the second book in that. I read that in January, I think. It was awful. It was just terrible. How does it feel to have a published book? Like, I can't describe it in words. Even after having my second book published, I thought that I would kind of like be a little bit used to it, and kind of know what to expect again with the feelings again, and maybe it not feel so overwhelming and not feel so amazing and speechless like, but it happened again. I can't describe it. It's amazing and scary, because when I'm writing my books and when I'm editing my books, I think they're amazing and I'm so proud of them. And then when it's time for people to read them, when people can actually buy them and read them and make their own opinions, it scares the shit out of me. Because you can't please everyone. There are going to be people who hate it. It's unavoidable. And there's going to be people who don't think it's that good. And hopefully there will be people who love it. But it's scary also. It's very scary. And also, it's very frustrating right now with the publisher that I went with for this book, for New Aura, because they suck. BookBaby. Never, if you're self-publishing, never go with BookBaby. Just saying that right now. They suck. They suck. If you could ask yourself a question, what would you ask and what would you answer? I'm gonna do 2 questions. What are you currently reading? And what are you currently writing? So I am currently reading 17 and Gone by Noah and Suma. I'm not far, I'm only on chapter 3. I'm hoping to finish it before the end of the weekend. And I'm currently writing, technically I'm writing the second book in my Raven Cycle trilogy, Dark Aura. I'm currently editing it. One of my friends read it and gave me a little bit of feedback. Also, there's a few things that I had wanted to change to begin with that I'm going through. I also kind of started writing the 3rd book, Crimson Aura. I'm just kind of like, I'm not like too far into it just because the second one isn't finished with being edited and stuff like that, but I kind of got started with that. And I started writing a new book randomly out of the blue, which is just going to be a standalone, but I'm pretty excited for it. And it's like, I don't know, it's not that long so far, but it's pretty good. What is your favorite thing about BookTube? Amber is my favorite thing about BookTube, because we're like real life friends now. We're not even like internet friends. We have visited each other twice. We both live in different countries, and we have both taken a week out of our time and money out of our bank accounts to visit each other and have fun together. And that's like awesome. It's not like awesome, it's awesome. I guess to be more like general about it, I guess, is the fact that you can make friends on BookTube, and it is like a community when they're not being all high school with drama over little things, but yeah. Can I get a shout out? Hi Doug! Doug's like my Goodreads friend. We have conversations about books on Goodreads sometimes, so that's cool. What is your all-time favorite movie that was based on a book? Oh man, Jurassic Park, I think. I read Jurassic Park after seeing it, because I saw Jurassic Park when I was younger, and I read Jurassic Park in high school, in grade 12 I think. And I love Jurassic Park. It is still one of my all-time favorite movies. It was made in 1993 and it's still awesome. There are some parts where you can tell it's CGI, but it was made in 1993. It's really different from the book, but it has the same essence, I guess, from the book, and it's just, it's so good. It's so good! Is there a book that inspired you to write New Aura? Well, This is kind of a funny question, actually. There wasn't a book that has been published by somebody else that inspired me to write New Aura, but what actually made me write New Aura was a book that I wrote in grade 12. It was a shorter book. It was like 50 or 60 pages or something on Microsoft Word. So I guess it would have been like close to 100 pages or something in like novel form or something. And it was the same premise as New Aura, but not as good. First thing I wrote that was longer than 20 pages. So it had weird things in it. Some of the plot wasn't the greatest. There were a lot of things that weren't explained because I just wrote them at first because they sounded cool and I didn't know what they were going to mean later, and then I never came up with good explanations for them. But I really liked the premise. It was about a girl who found out that she was a part of this world that creates dreams, and she was really strong and was also wanted by the people who make nightmares, and she kind of had to choose between the two sides, and I really, really liked that premise, and I was like talking to Amber on Voxer before I started writing it, obviously, saying I really liked that story that I wrote in high school and I wished it was good. And I was like, I wish that story that I wrote was good. Because I really liked the idea of it. And then I was like, wait a second, why can't I just make it good? So I rewrote it and I changed a lot of it. It's very, very different from the original. What inspired you to write, besides the fact that you like it? I mean, I would like to say other awesome books inspired me to write, but they really just discourage me. Like when I read Victoria Schwab books or Maggie Stiefvater books, I'm just like, wow, I will never be this good, I should just give up now. Maybe bad books? To be like, I can write better than this. I don't know, I just get ideas that pop in my head. I don't even know. I'll be watching Glee, or I'll be watching Scrubs, or Grey's Anatomy, and then I'll be like, oh, I have an idea for a story! I don't know where it comes from. If you could only recommend one Victoria Schwab book to someone, which one would it be? Vicious, which is one of her adult novels. Okay, I love The Archived. They're wonderful, wonderful stories, but Vicious is badass! I love Vicious. I love Victor. Victor is my book boyfriend, but so is Mark Watney and a bunch of other people. It's so good. Thanks everyone who asked me questions, and bye! So just a few things in this here awesome end slate thing that's going on. One, I have a friend, an awesome friend. She makes jewelry, which is awesome, and I will leave a link down below to her Etsy shop in case you want to check it out. There's some Harry Potter themed jewelry, there's also some cool jewelry, and some other jewelry that's also cool. Number 2, my book New Aura is now available from lots and lots of places. You can get it for your e-reader, you can get it for Kindle, Kobo, Nook, iBooks, scribd, I think is how you say it. I'm not entirely sure if it's one of the free books that you get with the subscription or if you have to pay for it separately, but if you have to pay for it separately, I think it's only $5 anyway. And there's a few other places that you can get it from too. I think you can probably get it from the Sony ebook shop and some other ebook shops as well. You can get it in paperback from most of the Amazons. You can get it from Barnes & Noble, you can get it from Booksamillion, you can get it from Booktopia, which I think is in Australia. I think there's another bookstore in Australia that you can get it from. And all those stores you can order online from their website, or you can go into their store and order it from their kiosks, or you can just ask them, hey, can you order me this book? They'll either say yes, or they'll say, you have to order it from the kiosk. Shortly, hopefully within the next week, you'll be able to get it from Indigo Chapters Kohl's and from the Book Depository. That's exciting stuff, right? Yeah, it is.